Hello! Yeah, this is a very off-the-cuff video, I feel, but... Well, I figured I might as well give it a try. So, today we'll be having a cheeky look at what I thought of the Mario movie. Now, I'm not gonna be playing any clips, because that would probably kill me beyond belief, so I'm gonna refrain from doing that. I think that's a good idea. So just enjoy some gameplay in the background to keep your ADHD brains from melting. Because that's always fun, isn't it? So, the Mario movie, it came out like 2 weeks ago or something like that? Something like that, yeah, I don't remember, but... Man, I was honestly positively impressed by the whole thing. I guess a little background from the first time it was announced to when it was actually released. When they announced the Mario movie, I was a bit skeptical at first, I'll admit, because video game movie adaptations usually aren't the best idea, so yeah, I was a bit wary at first. But then they showed the first trailer and whew, I was sold. Like, Bowser fucking sold the show, and that's just awesome. And yeah, then it came out and it took me a while to actually like watch it because I wanted to watch it in the English version, which isn't available in Austria, so I had to find another way, but thankfully the other way did work in the end, so yay. So I guess let's just get right into the criteria I have decided for what I should talk about in the movie. Also, if you haven't watched the movie yet, spoilers abound, I suppose, so be careful. Yeah, let's start with the visuals of the movie. Now, I've not watched a lot of Illumination movies, although to be fair, I've not watched a lot of movies in general, but bleh. But from what I've seen from a couple clips of other Illumination movies, like Minions and whatnot, it never looked too good, just all felt a bit artificial, plasticky stuff, so eh. But man, that's the budget from Nintendo can really do some good shit for that, huh? Like, visually this movie looks gorgeous, and just every locale looks great, everything looks interesting and just fun. It's great, man. But yeah, overall, visually, that's a definite top tier movie for me, which is just fun. I guess next up on the list would be the OST or the soundtrack. Man, the soundtrack was also pretty fucking banger, I have to admit, because, well, it's just so many like references to other themes from like the Mario series, and it's just so good, and they're all remixed really well. It's just fun, just really fun. And the OST also always pretty much fits the vibe that they're going for with each scene, which is just nice and fun. So yeah, OST is also really good. Next up, I guess we can talk about the characters and how they're portrayed, which, yeah, they're portrayed pretty well, I would have to say, especially like Bowser is just awesome. It's just so good, man, so good. Jack Black as Bowser just fucking nails it. Like, that's pretty much the canon voice I would have given Bowser anyways. Like, so good, so gravelly, so evil, but also so, like, charmingly stupid at times. Like, Bowser is just such a goofball and it's just awesome. Fucking awesome. And Peach, man, Peach was fucking badass as well. Like, now some might say woke bullshit of like blah blah strong women leads, but have you seen Peach in some of the games, like Super Paper Mario? She's a fucking badass in that. Like, it makes sense that Peach finally like actually does something worthwhile instead of just being in a fucking castle and vibing. Like, it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. The Mario and Luigi themselves are also pretty well portrayed, I would say. And the brotherly bond they have in this movie is also just so adorable and cute. It's just great, man. It's just great. I have to say though, I feel like my favorite character was probably the fucking Luma that was captured in Bowser's castle. Like, he was just the most depressive character ever, which you'd not expect from a fucking Luma, but man, that guy is so good. So stupidly good. So stupid. But hey, it's great. It's great. I also love how they like incorporate so many enemies into like a lot of like background stuff and whatnot. Like, it's like The Shy Guys looked terrifying. Maybe that's just because they looked a bit more plasticky than usual with their masks, which makes them look more, like, artificial on the mask side. I don't know. But, man, the Shy Guys were great. It also makes sense that the Koopas are pretty much the biggest, like, enemy around, because, well, it's the Koopa troop. It's a bit of a shame, though, that the Goombas never really got anything to do. They had one, like, mention, and that was pretty much it. Bit of a shame, but whatever. Whatever, I guess. I feel like the Goombas deserved more love, though. That would have been fun. Yeah, I guess now we can kinda head into the fan service aspect of the movie, because, well, we kinda need a lot of fan service in movies, don't we? But in this case, it works, because Nintendo and the Mario franchise just has so many things they could reference. And they did reference so many things in this movie, it's wild. Like, of all the things, I did not expect fucking Foreman Spike from Wrecking Crew to show up. Like, that's such a deep cut that most people would probably be like, who is that? But like, wow. Foreman fucking Spike as a character is wild. And he kind of fills the role that Wario would fill in some cases, of just being a, like, antagonistic asshole. At least in the beginning, before they get out of Brooklyn. It's also cool that they start in Brooklyn and then we actually get to see their family. Like, what the fuck? It's cool. It's cool. And I guess the movie also kind of is like an origin story for bros, which is cool. Although, in the same vein, it's not really an origin story, I think. More like a different telling of how they came to the Mushroom Kingdom, but meh. I guess we can talk about the story now. Overall, great plot. Simple, but what do you want? You don't need the most epic world-traveling story of universe-shattering proportions all the time. You just have Bowser wanting to marry Peach, and that's it. And that's what we want. It's just Bowser being a fucking dickhead, and it's also great that he doesn't even get a fucking redemption arc or something. Like, he's just a dickhead through and through, and like that doesn't change, and that's awesome. Because nowadays it's just an era of every, like, villain needs to be redeemed in some cases, which... No. Villains are meant to be villains. They're meant to be the guys we root against. We can't just be like, yeah, no, he's fine, he's cool. No! He's supposed to be evil! Let him be evil for once! Luigi and Mario were also, like, paced very well in the movie, I would say. In terms of their character growth, because Luigi always the scary boy, but he gets put into the scariest fucking situations ever. And it's kind of funny, I think, because, well, it makes sense, but he's confronted with that shit, and he actually grows as a character through that, and he actually gets a pretty kick-ass moment at the end with Mario, which is awesome because it's the Mario Bros, not just Mario, and Luigi is just a side character. No. They are together in this, kinda, which is great. It's fucking great. Not too sure about, like, the whole, like, side thing where they go to the Kong clan. Like, it's cool that they, like, introduce so much of the Donkey Kong series into it. Like, I'm all for that, but that's, like, the main crux of the movie in a sense for a while. It's a bit, Although I do get that they wanted to just reference, like, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, like, at the endless rivalry in this, which they did pretty well. And it's kind of cute seeing them, like, kind of learn to love-hate each other and, like, yeah, we're rivals, but we can kick ass together if we get down to it. It's great. Overall, though, I feel like the story was also paced pretty well, except for a few parts. I feel like the beginning was maybe a bit too rushed, but at the same time, I can kind of see why. Because they just wanted them in the Mushroom Kingdom as soon as possible. Which, I get that. I totally get that. And maybe like the middle portion where they're traveling to the Kong Kingdom could have been expanded upon. Because they showed so many cool locales, like they showed the fucking Sand Kingdom from Odyssey, which I didn't expect. And like all these other cool locales that they never really go to. And I feel like could have been a good like way to like incorporate a lot of character growth for Mario. Because, like, between, like, the beginning of, like, where they head out and then they are in the Kong Kingdom, he just suddenly grows a fucking spine and is like, no, I'll kick his ass. Like, where did that come from? I feel like a bit of like exploration of his psyche in that sense would have been better, like why he suddenly gains this bit of heroism in his mind, but meh. It's just a small issue I have there. Overall, can't really complain about the pacing too much there. Let's see, is there anything? Oh yeah, I guess Kamek and stuff is also awesome. Kamek is just a cool character, and I'm glad he like actually got a role. What I didn't expect, but I kinda expected the Mario Kart thing to be a whole like thing, because that was shown in the trailer. But the fact that they made the blue-shelled Koopa an actual fucking antagonist of the whole thing, that was so funny. And like the fact that he's like pretty much the final boss in the Mario Kart section is just perfect. Like that's like actually the final boss of Mario Kart in itself, so good job there, good job there. Man. But yeah, overall, if you haven't seen a movie and you still want to watch it after me pretty much dissecting some parts of it, definitely give it a watch. It's well worth it. It's just a fun movie. Like, it doesn't pander to anything, it's just a fun movie, and I feel like that's a thing that most movies nowadays seem to forget how to do. Like, be a movie first and a message to something later. Like, movies are there to entertain us, not to, like, spread some kind of deep-rooted message of, like, whatever. Like, you can do that too in some cases, sure. And I'm pretty sure the movie does spread some kind of message of, like, something, like, you're strong with your allies and seek out your own strength and whatnot. And I guess family also is important. I don't know, I didn't look too deep into it. I'm not a movie reviewer really, but whatever. Again, as I said, this is really off the cuff. And, well, what else do you expect from me? I have no idea. I'm not a nostalgia critic. But why would I be? I'm not bored. Not yet. But yeah. I guess that's pretty much everything I can think of right now. I'm sorry, I've got Alzheimer's. I can't remember everything about stuff, so... But if you want me to, like, do more of these stupid, really bad movie reviews, let me know. Because I could try and make this into a thing. I don't know. Who knows? But be warned, I will not be playing any movie clips ever in this series, because I do not want to get absolutely butchered by the copyright gods. That would be bad. That would be bad. I guess the problem is also that I'm not really a movie guy, but whatever. Maybe I could turn into one if you recommend me movies to watch and to rank. Could be fun. Hey, overall, I had fun with the movie. Give it a watch if you haven't already. And I suppose that will be it for now. Let's sit back for whatever else I do. Thanks for watching. Bye.